Talk about your own mistakes first. In this chapter, Dale Carnegie continues the theme of giving criticism constructively by emphasizing the power of talking about your own mistakes before pointing out someone else's. He explains that no one enjoys being criticized, especially by someone who appears to be acting superior or flawless. But when you admit your own faults first, the other person becomes less defensive and more open to feedback. It makes the interaction feel more like a shared human experience than a lecture or reprimand. This strategy fosters empathy and cooperation. People are far more likely to accept criticism when they feel understood, and nothing builds understanding like vulnerability. Key strategies, Carnegie suggests. Begin with stories of your own past errors that relate to the current situation. Use humor or humility to show that making mistakes is human. Lead by example, and your advice will carry more weight. This method encourages mutual respect, reduces tension, and turns potential confrontation into connection. For the first example, Carnegie shares how a supervisor needed to correct an employee's careless work. Instead of scolding him, the supervisor said, "I've made similar mistakes myself," which helped the employee feel less ashamed and more willing to improve. For the second example, a father used this method with his son by telling a story of his own failure to study when he was a boy, making the son feel understood instead of judged, which inspired him to change his behavior. For the last example, Carnegie recounts how a manager corrected a junior staff member's budgeting error by first sharing how he once made a worse financial mistake, putting the conversation on equal footing and encouraging learning. Core message is, when correcting others, start by admitting your own past mistakes. This disarms defensiveness, promotes understanding, and builds trust, creating space for meaningful growth.